touching all kinds of paper, and I ain't never gonna give a fuck about a hater, cause I know I got soul, baby, baby.
What up, gang? You already know what it is. I'm Patai. This is Guy King TV. And guess what? It's No Nut November. So guess what? We're going to talk about that. Why? Now, I was just sitting here thinking to myself today, I'm over here about to partake in a nice little walk around in nature, right? Now, Scorpio season. Time just went back, or, things of that nature. So there's a shift in the energy, right? Why is it so funny that the significance with No Nut November being so popular now, with it also being Scorpio season? Now, for those who understand astrology enough to know that Scorpio deals with the genitals. Scorpio is the genitals. Pluto is orgasm. So Scorpio, Pluto, all of this energy is synonymous with the sexual energy. But guess what? Scorpio, as being a premier sexual sign, it is also one of the signs of discipline. One of the signs of being able to utilize energy and having determination to not have sex, or to have sex, or to bust or not to bust, right? To bust or not to bust, that is the question. So, No Nut November, Scorpio season. Wow. Are you living up to your ability to be able to have integrity? Can you make it for a month? Can you make it a month without busting? I think that's why it's funny, because when I think of No Nut November, I think it's very cool that it came at a time where it's prior to you having quote unquote New Year's resolutions, but it's a time where you can say, hey, can I control my sexual energy? Now, the funny thing about this is that during Scorpio season, the energy is very powerful when it comes to sex. You may find yourself being a little bit more prone to wanting to let it out, or your girl might be a little turned up during sexual Scorpio season. But can you withstand that pressure? And that's one of the beautiful things about No Nut November that I want to talk about. Because yes, you want to make this a lifestyle. You want it to be a lifestyle. You want to be able to make this a lifestyle change. So for some people who are new to NoFap, it may be a little bit hard for you to take time to say, damn, I gotta go all month? I gotta go all month without busting? Yeah, nigga, try to go all month without busting. Try to go all month without giving it up. See if you can prove that to yourself. Are you that disciplined? Now, who came up with No Nut November? I don't know who. But I think it's very funny that whoever did may not even meant to, but whatever started galvanizing around that phrase of No Nut November, it's all during Scorpio season. And I think that's very powerful, because a lot of people don't really take time to sit back and say, hey, can I stop? Can I? Some people don't know that they're addicted to PMO, porn masturbation, right? Or orgasming, until they actually get confronted with it. Until you get put in a situation where you may have to see if you can withstand the outcome of what you're so used to. For some people, it's just a habit. For some people, it's more than a habit. It's definitely a lot of chemical triggering, a lot of dopamine shots being sent off, to reward circuitry. So a lot of times your brain may be used to it. So you may not be in a position to actually say, hey, at this moment, I'm going to go all November, but just give it a shot. It might be too abrupt for you to say, hey, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it all November. If you can't, don't beat yourself up, but give it a shot the next day, man. Just try to be better than you were the day before. More so than anything, And that's the only thing that I will try to, convey to anybody is be better than you were the day before when it comes to this. Because one of the things that is so important about this is that it's catching on. It's very powerful that it's catching on. Not so much to the mainstream masses yet. It hasn't become mainstream. Now, I personally feel that it won't ever get to be mainstream until the people take it in their hands like they're doing now, and it becomes a current topic that you see trending on social media, hashtags. That's when I think it'll start to get to a place where it starts to become more mainstream. You can Google or you can look up hashtags on different social media platforms, whether it's NoFap, No Nut November, Semen Retention, whatever. Now, once it gets to a point where this is very, very, very prominent amongst everybody's conversations, no matter who, then we could really look at this shit going mainstream, because it's very important to understand that there's a big agenda to keep motherfuckers sexually frustrated or sexually chasing the white horse, you know? And that's very important. Like, there's an agenda, you know? I'm talking a little bit more about that in my book, but I wanted to just say, hey, if you are new to NoFap, keep it going. If you are utilizing No Nut November to go further, keep it going. If you are doing good right now, keep on going. And I bet a lot of you probably never thought you could go this long, you know? And like I tell you all the time, just make it a motherfucking lifestyle. More so than anything, you know, if you feel like you want to set a record to be, if you feel like you want to be the one to set a record, I went 3,000 days without busting a nut. Go ahead, more power to you, Super Gold Sack Gang member. But if you want to just be able to get your lifestyle in harmony, if you want to be able to get your mind aligned with your ability to assert your will at any given time, be my guest. This is one of the best things to do that, because your sexual energy is that powerful. If you can stop, you know, masturbating at any given time and have a willpower to say, hey, I'm going to go for X amount of days, and you can do it every single time like it's nothing, there's nothing out here that you can't start to apply that to. You can apply that to any other place in your life where you may feel like you're slacking. You know, if you feel like, hey, I want to start being on time more, it's nothing. Hey, if you want to be like, hey, I want to stop doing this, then you can do it. Hey, I want to stop doing that, or I want to work on doing this, then it can happen. You know, it can happen. So I didn't want to be long because I got a lot of shit to do, but I know I haven't been dropping videos lately, but I just wanted to touch on something real quick and give y'all something while I'm busy. So I'm just working on my book, staying focused, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. But I appreciate everybody. Follow me on IG. If you want to salute to everybody who's been showing me love, man. Everybody who's been retweeting or sharing my information on their stories on their Snap or their IG. I appreciate that shit, man. A lot of love. Salute, man. You already know what it is. Cheer.